All right. See, operational efficiency is the entire working of an MSME, or whether it is a manufacturing company or a service based company, is everything which is on the ground, right. So, if for example, let me just give you an example of a manufacturing company. Manufacturing company has got production processes. Now, when we talk about operational efficiency, that means that how fast you can actually take out the products from your factory to the customer. Like, it's a cycle time, it's the throughput we call it, and that is how we build an operational efficiency. Now, without compromising quality, you have asked me a question. It is that most of the MSMEs, what they do, they listen these words, fancy words from outside, from consultants, from various people, but then what they start doing is they start doing shortcuts. They compromise quality, they fasten their processes and cycle time, and then they end up making defects, and that is where the customers don't get the material in time, and they get into this trap of delivery delays, and then there are penalties, there are defects, there are returns, and they really make a mess of it. So, in my experience, what I always say is that you have to first of all build a foundation for your operational efficiency. So, there are three things, simple three things, which I will just share with you. As an MSME, you have to focus on three things. The number one is that you have to standardize your processes. So, if you do process mapping, why do we do process mapping? As a process consultant, as somebody who has been doing process consulting for all my life, is that you have to avoid repetitive tasks. As simple as that. You don't have to do a very big thing, and you don't, it's not a rocket science. A lot of people, what they do is they actually hire people, they hire consultants, they hire experts, and they just start writing flow charts and process diagrams and stuff like that. No, you don't have to do all of that stuff. What you have to do is, whatever work you are doing, there is a simple workflow mechanism you have to create, and you have to make sure that you don't repeat that process or any process again. So, there should not be any repetition. Number two is that you have to really work on your operational efficiency. If you want to improve your operational efficiency, you have to standardize your processes. Once you standardize your processes and lead your business or your company to go for any kind of an international certification. For example, let me just give an example of ISO 9001:2015 standard. Now, it is such a beautiful standard, it's such a robust system to manage your quality. You know, when people talk about quality management system, I say that it is a system to manage quality and the quality of the processes. Once your processes are taken care of, your business is taken care of, and this is going to give you a great amount of operational efficiency. Number three is that you have to invest in people. Now, that is where most of the MSMEs fail. They don't invest in people. What they do is they make the processes, they standardize the process, they even buy the certificates. Let me tell you, because sometimes, you know, if they can't earn it, they buy it for cheap cost, for 5,000, 10,000 rupees, which is something which really worries me a lot. But in my career, I have always helped companies to earn these certifications, and investing in people by doing three things, which I always talk about. 3E model is something which is very popular in my fraternity, in my community of my MSME business owners. At the time of the induction of these people, you have to actually you know, give them the entire process flow. You have to educate them, and then you have to empower them, and then you have to enforce your systems and processes and policies. But if they are not aware of it, if they are not educated on that, and if they are not really empowered to really you know, perform based on what they have learned, because normally the employees, they just come and they work, but they don't you know, they don't really work for their performance, and because you don't have a performance management system in place. So, investing in people means it's not about one-off trainings and isolation, training in isolation. It is like you're investing in that person and building his talent to a level, or the skills to a level which is actually relevant for your business. So, these three things, if you really work on, you will achieve 20 to 30% operational efficiency in less than 100 days or less than 6 months. That is guaranteed, and that is where you have to really hit the nail on the head.